Seamus back with 360 I'm back. And in today's short iGuide tutorial, I'm going to go over locking and unlocking in iGuide. If you're familiar with the iGuide knowledge base, you want to type in locking/unlocking in iGuide. And if you're not familiar with the iGuide knowledge base, I made a previous video on it. I would highly recommend to go check it out. So you might be asking, why would you want to lock your tour? So iGuide has a good explanation right here. It says an iGuide view is generally locked when a house is sold to remove the tour from the public's eye. It's a good representation of a sold home. They use the URL. It's also useful when you're first creating an iGuide, but don't want the tour available until you've finished customizing your view. You could lock an iGuide view, then create a duplicate for private eyes. This will generate a new link, and this new link will be unlisted. So those are some of the reasons why you might want to lock the iGuide. And I'm going to show you how to create a custom link to share with certain individuals. So when we jump in here, we're just going to go ahead and click on the iGuide details. And we're going to scroll all the way down to where it says iGuide user views. And we have the lock button, an edit button, and a preview button. We're just going to go ahead and click this lock button. So you have a couple different options. Is ask, are you sure you want to lock this iGuide view? Your iGuide will not be available on iGuide maps anymore. Anyone holding a link to the view would not be able to access it. So say that we didn't need to create like another one. We just want to lock this one, like because the house is sold. We just hit the lock button and then the link is not going to work. But say that we do want to create a new view. Okay. The new view or creating a new unlisted view is just going to be like that. So this one is what everybody's going to be able to see. This one, only certain people will be able to see with the new link. So what does this really mean? Why would you want to create two different links? Well, this is a relatively new feature created by iGuide. So let's go ahead and let's look at, let's go into the edit button. And then we're going to go to general settings, edit. We're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down. And when we're looking at this iGuide, say that there's a certain section of the house or a couple different sections of the house that we don't want just the normal viewer looking at. So say, for instance, we don't want them coming into, say, this room right here. Or let's just say this room. This is the laundry room. To say that it's really ugly, it wasn't prepared, it's being used for storage, and we just want to keep it out of the public's eye. It's there, the information is there, we just don't want them to see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn off these panos. In order to turn off these panos, all we're going to do is just double click on the panos itself. So 2 clicks, it turns red. You can see that little red circle. You'll also notice that this little banner shows up. This panorama will not be shown. We're also going to click on this little guy right there. Double click. This panorama will not be shown. Now this room is going to be excluded out of the tour. So when people go to look for it, they won't be able to see it. So we'll just go ahead and hit save. And we see it's red. So if we go to preview, you can see there's no more hotspots there. So the closest we can get is to this room. Go to this room, and now we cannot go into it. We can't do anything with it. And that's okay. You know, like I said, there's going to be garages. You can do this for garages. You can do this for, attics, whatever else, where you just want the information from the iGuide, but you don't want the general public to go into it. That's how you'll lock it. So say that this is the tour that we want everybody to see. So what we're going to do is go back to the iGuide details. So now that we have made those edits, now it's time to duplicate our tour. Now we're going to create 2 different tour links. Okay. It's going to be the same iGuide. It's just one's going to have access to that little laundry room. One's not going to have access. We want the general public to have no access to those particular rooms. So we're going to make those changes to the main iGuide. And then what we're going to do is go to lock and create a new listed view. This is going to be the new unlisted URL. Okay. Now This one is currently locked because it's saying unlock, and you can kind of see these, red and blue things around it. The reason it's locked is because we're making edits. So we're going to turn those panels back on, and then we're going to go ahead and unlock it. So let's go ahead and hit edit. And then we're going to go to general settings and edit again. And then we're going to scroll all the way down. And you see those two panos are turned off. We're going to go ahead and turn those back on by just double clicking. There you go. And now those panels are turned back on. We're going to hit save. Now the outside buyer has access to that room that no other people have access to. So once you hit that and you hit save, which I think I already did, you're going to go back to show iGuide details. And you're going to go hit the unlock button. And it's going to say your iGuide will be available again. So go ahead and hit unlock. So now you have two different views. So again, what you want to do is for those prospects that are out of town, you want to give them this link. For everybody else, you'll give them this link. So we can just check that out. We can go ahead and hit open this guy here. We can see that we got the full access to the tour right there. So now we can go back into those rooms. We're here. If we go back and open this tour, sometimes when you lock it and unlock it, it does take a few moments for the system to unlock it. So let's just see if it's open. And it is. So now we have the same tour, except now there is no access to the laundry room. We can't get in. This one just kind of teleported away. Anyways, we can't access here, but right here we can access. So that is it for locking and unlocking an iGuide tour and making duplicates. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to send me an email and really hope that this helped. Thank you so much.